introduce yourself.
Yeah, well, my name is BolivarTorres Alvarado. I am from Puerto Rico. I study at the Polytechnic University of Puerto Rico. And my major is on computer engineering.
Okay. Why do you choose the REU program in wireless ad hoc networks and sensor networks at Jackson State University?
Well, I was interested on this program because at first, before this program, I took another two researches on my college that they had to be with wireless and TCP/IP sockets, and it was really interesting and encouraging. So I was trying to look forward for another research experience, and if it will be possible, on another college outside of Puerto Rico. So I found out about this program, and I applied on it because also the theme was very interesting about the ad hoc wireless and the sensor networks. I was very interested on the theme, so I can get used to those concepts. I can understand them.
Okay. Now you are on fourth week. How do you feel is the program going so far?
Well, so far I think the program has gone very well. I've worked on the e-center on my research program. That it has more to be with hardware. I'm working with wireless sensor networks and RFID systems. So it is very cool. Really, I really like it because I didn't know I was gonna work with hardware. So this is my first research working with hardware. So I am working on it, and it has become very interesting, like connecting all the devices and try to test them through software, because that is basically the area of computer engineering, the combination of hardware and software. I really have liked it so far.
Okay. What are your career goals, and how do you see the REU program at Jackson State University will contribute towards your career goal?
Well, my goals actually are to finish my undergraduate program on computer engineering. I have like one year left, and after that I will look for work, and well, definitely I will apply for graduate studies for my master's degree, and maybe some other future for my PhD. And I think this program, REU program of wireless sensor networks, will help me very much on experience and on getting used to the field and to the work experience, because having a base, that is what basically everybody's looking for. And when you have a base and an experience of work before you enter actually to work after you graduate, well, I think you can do better, a better performance.
What you feel about mentoring experience you have received so far, and do you want any changes in the way you have been mentoring?
Well, the mentors so far have worked very good with me, and they are always very available. I can send an email to them, and they...
Yeah, we had to stop.
What you feel about the mentoring experience you have received so far, and do you want any changes in the way you are being mentored?
Well, so far the mentoring experience, I think it has been good and everything, because my mentors are always very available, Dr. Meganathan and Dr. Skelton. Well, I always send them an email. They quickly answer to me any question I has. Also, I think they have a good balance on about, well, they are more on the area of work with you, or they are not, because not necessarily it's good that they're always with you and there, because the thing of this, I see it as an experience of learning independence on the work, and so you can get to work with no supervision, but also they are on the field, like working with you and helping you. And the thing is that about the changes, I don't think there are many changes to do. Well, just maybe to just them to be like on the area and keep monitoring on what we're doing. That's all I need for my work and for my mentoring experience.
Okay. In a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being poor and 5 being excellent, how strong do you feel in the area of wireless ad hoc networks and sensor networks?
Well, honestly, before coming to Jackson State University, I've never really worked with wireless ad hoc networks or sensor networks. I do work with sensors, but was directly working with microprocessors, not integrated on a network. So I can say that right now it is on 3 because I have learned a lot of things and I have read a lot. And well, you know, the area of wireless is a very wide area, so I think a 3 will make it. I have a lot to learn also because wireless sensor networks is a wide area where many applications can be done. There is much to learn yet.
Okay. What you consider are the plus points of this REU program and what you consider are its minus points, if any?
Well, the plus points I think is that this is a great experience for people who want to introduce themselves on the area of work before going to the actual work after graduating, and have an overview of what they will be doing with their experience on the field and the work. And also it is a good reference for everyone who wants to add it to his or her resume. And also it's a great experience. Another plus point is that it's a great experience and an opportunity of knowing other people that, well, have the same interest, same than you, and the same interest on the area on the professional area. I mean, like information systems and computer science, computer engineering. You can get to know a lot of people and learn a lot from them. And minus points, really, honestly, right now I don't see any minus point. Maybe personally, a minus point of mine is just being out of home a lot of time, but that is more personal with me. But it's good so far. So far, so good.
You have started to code for your research project. How do you compare the coding experience with other programming projects you have done so far in your career?
Well, actually, on the research I'm working on on a combination of hardware and software. So basically, I read a lot about how connecting the devices and everything. Right now, I'm working on an algorithm that can do the processing on the hardware. Well, and I think it is something I have never done before because, for starters, the language is totally different one from the ones I have worked before. I worked before with C language, C++ language, and C# language, but I've never worked with Python, which is the language which I'm working right now to program the hardwares. So I think it's a whole new experience on programming. And I think it will do great because, and I will do great on that because they say that after you learn one language and more if it is object oriented, well, you can get used to other object oriented language. So that is what I'm doing right now, and so far it's been really good and really I have been adapted to it. So far so good.